Hello, and welcome to Pulse of Politics, where we bring you the latest and most important global stories. Today, we are diving deep into a major development in the Russia-Ukraine conflict that has caught the world attention. Russian President Vladimir Putin has made a controversial proposal to place Ukraine under a temporary administration. This unexpected move raises serious questions about the future of Ukraine, the role of international powers, and the possibility of peace or further conflict. In this video, we will break down what Putin's proposal means, the global reactions, and how this move could reshape the balance of power. Stay with us to get a complete understanding of this critical story. What did Putin propose? Recently, Russian President Vladimir Putin suggested that Ukraine be placed under a temporary administration. According to reports, this administration would oversee the country until new elections can be held. Putin argues that this move would stabilize the region and bring an end to the ongoing conflict. But what does a temporary administration really mean? In simple terms, it suggests that an external or joint authority would govern Ukraine for a limited time. This would likely mean that Ukraine would lose control over its government, with Russia playing a leading role in decision-making. Such a move is controversial because it challenges Ukraine's sovereignty and independence. Putin claims that this is a step toward peace, but many international experts view it as an attempt to tighten Russia's grip on Ukraine. Why is this happening now? To understand why Putin made this proposal, we need to look at the current situation. The war between Russia and Ukraine has been ongoing since 2022, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. Despite numerous peace talks and ceasefire attempts, the fighting has continued. Russia controls large parts of eastern Ukraine, including Crimea, which it annexed in 2014. Recently, Ukraine has received increased military support from Western countries, especially the United States and NATO allies. This support has strengthened Ukraine's ability to resist Russian advances. As a result, the war has reached a standstill, with neither side making major progress. Putin's proposal could be seen as a way to break this deadlock. By suggesting a temporary administration, he may be trying to avoid further military losses while maintaining influence over Ukraine. How is Ukraine responding? Unsurprisingly, Ukraine has rejected Putin's proposal. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has made it clear that Ukraine will not accept any arrangement that compromises its sovereignty. Zelensky has consistently called for the complete withdrawal of Russian troops and the return of all occupied territories. Ukrainian officials view Putin's plan as a disguised form of occupation. They argue that allowing a temporary administration would give Russia legal control over Ukrainian territory without using military force. Furthermore, many Ukrainians see this proposal as an insult. After fighting for their country's independence for more than 2 years, they are unwilling to accept a solution that places them under Russian authority. Global reactions to Putin's proposal. The international community has reacted strongly to Putin's announcement. 1. United States. The U.S. government has condemned the proposal, calling it an attack on Ukrainian sovereignty. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated that any solution must respect Ukraine's independence and territorial integrity. 2. European Union. European leaders have also rejected the idea. The EU has provided billions of euros in military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine and sees Putin's plan as a violation of international law. 3. United Nations. The United Nations has expressed concern, warning that any political solution must be based on international law and the rights of the Ukrainian people. 4. China. China, which has maintained a neutral position during the war, has called for dialogue and peaceful negotiations, but has not openly supported Putin's proposal. These mixed reactions highlight how divisive the proposal is. While some countries push for a return to peace talks, others fear that accepting the plan could legitimize Russia's aggression. What are the risks of this proposal? If Putin's plan moves forward, there are significant risks involved. 1. Loss of Ukrainian sovereignty. A temporary administration could weaken Ukraine's independence. Once Russia gains administrative control, it may be difficult to remove its influence. 2. Long-term conflict. Some analysts warn that this proposal could extend the conflict. If Ukraine rejects the plan, Russia may escalate its military actions to force compliance. 3. Global tensions. The proposal could heighten tensions between Russia and NATO. Western countries are likely to increase their support for Ukraine to prevent Russian expansion. 4. Humanitarian crisis. The ongoing war has displaced millions of people. A temporary administration could delay rebuilding efforts and worsen the humanitarian situation. These risks show why many countries remain cautious about supporting Putin's plan. What happens next? The future remains uncertain. Here are 3 possible outcomes. 1. Diplomatic talks. If both sides agree to negotiate, a temporary administration could lead to new peace talks and, eventually, a permanent resolution. 2. Continued war. If Ukraine rejects the plan and Russia refuses to withdraw, the war could escalate, drawing in more global powers. 3. International mediation. Global organizations like the United Nations may step in to mediate, ensuring that any solution respects Ukraine's sovereignty. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining which path the conflict will take. Final thoughts. Putin's proposal for a temporary administration in Ukraine is one of the most controversial developments in the war. While it is presented as a step toward peace, many see it as a strategy to extend Russia's control over Ukraine. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the world is watching closely. How Ukraine and the international community respond will shape the future of Eastern Europe and global stability. Thank you for watching Pulse of Politics. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates on global and trending news.